Well, this morning, our Busted by Booze series continues with a look into two Bozeman efforts intended to curb teenage drinking. As the news station's Dan Boyce reports, one offers alternatives to alcohol and the other seeks to remove the most common location of underage consumption, the home.
Bozeman High Junior Valerie Kutch helps facilitate the school's Speak Out program. It organizes alcohol-free social events for the students.
Recently we just did a fifth quarter, and it was after a basketball game.
It was held in the gym and included games and other activities.
We actually had a pretty good turnout.
We spoke with a group of teens from Bridger Alternative. That's Bozeman's program for students at risk of not graduating. They had mixed feelings on programs like this.
Is that kind of thing appealing to you?
No.
Sometimes, sometimes you want to have a night like that.
I mean, if they had a group where it's like legit and they're just fully interested in a person not going out and drinking instead of recruiting somebody to their church or something, I think that would work. I don't know, I'd be interested in it.
We just don't hang out in the same kind of crowd as those people.
We don't appeal to everyone. Students are still going to go out and drink.
For those teens, Montana communities Great Falls, Helena, and Billings are trying a new approach. Social host ordinances. The laws place fines on those hosting parties with drinking minors present. Bozeman's Community Alcohol Coalition is informally pushing for one right now. The goal is to have fewer people host parties or be more diligent in checking ages when they do. But the Bridger Alternative students argue being inside a supervised home keeps teens safe.
There's been too many stories of kids passing out in fields and dying because they've had too much to drink, or they freeze to death overnight because they're not drinking in a safe environment.
I grew up in small town Montana myself, and some of the parents of people that I knew, their argument would be, hey, if I'm hosting a party at my home, I can control what's going on.
It's a very common belief, especially here in Montana. The reality is, though, there's a lot of different potential outcomes besides drunk driving that can happen. And some of those include violence, fighting, sexual assault.
Yes, parents may be well-intentioned, have no intention of people being harmed, but that harm does occur.
While that discussion continues statewide, groups like Speak Out move forward with their own strategy.
A lot of the time it's, you're just in the group that happens to be drinking. So if you don't go with that group and you instead go to the fifth quarter, we don't put them in the situation where they have to choose to drink or not to drink.
In Bozeman, I'm Dan Boyce for Montana's News Station.
When we return this morning, saying goodbye to a beloved priest in Butte as the mining city remembers Father O'Sullivan. Plus, massive amounts of oil are headed to Louisiana's sensitive coastal wetlands. Coming up, what officials are doing to try and contain it.